Felicity from Get Your Rock Out, here with a couple of the guys from Voodoo Six. How are you doing today?
We're okay. Yes, slightly deaf after the gig, I think, because I got my hat on.
So it was a bit loud, yeah.
You have to shout at us, I think.
Fantastic. I can shout at you. I'm good at shouting. That's something I can do. And how was the set?
Brilliant.
Great.
Really, really nice. Yeah,
just short, but the crowd were great.
You never know at these things. Is it going to be how many people? But we went out and it was packed, and it stayed packed. Even after the rain stopped, it was still packed.
They still stayed in there.
That's brilliant. So they weren't just in there to shelter, which is
apparently not. No,
it's amazing how you can think of something like that whilst you're playing. And it just shows we're all just insecure, really, aren't we? That's
what? So many bands have said exactly the same. They're like, yeah, and another band started on another stage, and everybody stayed here, and we were like, oh, you're just like, it's realise that you're really good, and people actually want to see you.
We were actually pleased that not everyone went to see Chaz and Dave, because we were all gutted that we're missing Chaz and Dave, but not everybody in the world is a Chaz and Dave fan, I guess. So that's pretty cool.
Damn them.
But we did think we're not going to mention it from the stage. No. Thanks for coming to see us instead of Chaz and Dave, and watch the whole place just drain out. That'd have been a bit depressing.
I had it in my head yesterday. I thought I'm not going to mention it. I'm definitely not going to mention it.
Just in case people,
Anyway.
But no, I'm really, really glad it was good. I mean, you guys are no strangers to big shows. Like, you had an incredible tour with Maiden last year. Are you still kind of coming down off the high of that, or is it finally sunk in yet?
Everything after it has been shit, isn't it, really?
That's pretty much, sums it up, really, doesn't it? Yeah. Every day.
Yes, it's just been a veil of tears, isn't it, really?
No, it was incredible.
It was kind of hard because it just didn't feel like real life. I think that's the thing. It didn't feel like... Because we've all done enough gigs in your life. You know what a gig's like. You know what normal gigging life is like, don't you? So when something like that, you just go, well, this is just a nice little holiday from reality for a while. So I think when you go back to the real world again, it's very familiar. So it doesn't take long. I think a week, you just felt like you'd never gone, innit? I was like, thank God for YouTube, so I can actually prove to myself that it all happened,
I think we all went home to little domestic situations as well, because, you go away for that length of time. Stuff goes wrong at home, do you know what I mean? So even if it's just your fridge that's broken and flooded your house, I don't know, but everything. So you get back, and it was odd, but Jesus, what a couple of months,
I'm really, really glad it was such a good experience. I think those things either go one way or another, and they end up being abysmal, and you just think this was terrible, and it ruins all your illusions. But I'm really glad that didn't happen.
I think you just kind of realised how nice it is doing that stuff, because it's so well organised and run. I mean, it's like just this machine or this little village of things. People that just travel around, and everyone's just amazing at what they do. From the band down to, they're also the nicest people. I mean, like literally, they're just because they don't have to not be. They can just be lovely to you because they've got nothing to prove to anybody, and that was really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a bit, it's bad to say I was surprised that everyone was so nice towards us, but I feel bad about saying that, but you just assume that everyone's going to be too busy to take any interest in what you do, but it was the complete opposite. We just had just the best time with the crew and Maiden.
Such good feedback from everybody to do with it, which was lovely. I mean, today we had a bit of a Harris contingent watching from the side of the stage today, which is always, I wouldn't say off-putting, but you look over and there's the hair.
I'd say it's fucking off-putting.
That's really nice, though. Really nice.
Because I think that every possible Harris is here today, aren't they? From Steve down to the daughters and the grandkids and the whatever, and everyone's here, aren't they? For Maiden. So looking across and seeing a bunch of them always makes you just try that a little bit harder, doesn't it? Master's here.
And he used to watch when we were doing the tour. He would appear at the side of the stage, and you just see his silhouette of his hair. And we say, "Oh God, Steve's there again." And some nights he stayed through the whole set, didn't he? So we were just like, but you're kind of wishing him away in a way, because it just brings a presence, doesn't it? Of just like, you've got to just shine there.
Got to up your game, like not a single wrong anything.
And what was nice was that through the tour, Steve would say, to Luke or to us, that he thought Luke was just becoming, taking it up a level in terms of this, just commanding the stages. Yes, we had really big stages, and again, unless you really go for it and use it, you're going to die up there. You just got to really do it, and it's
he was nice with it. He didn't have to say it. They basically haven't got to say anything to you, but when they go out their way to be nice to you, it's lovely. It's just lovely.
And how have you found that it's affected stuff, and how are you finding that it's shaping stuff in the future?
It ain't done a bloody thing.
Not as much as we thought, I think. Because,
Really?
well, I mean, it's literally, apart from the 102 gig, it was all in Europe. And it's just, I think we had a kind of a business situation afterwards that maybe could have capitalised on it more and got us back out there sooner, and it didn't happen for various reasons, which no point getting into it. But I think we would have had to go back and go another support, and really capitalise on it, and we kind of haven't had the chance to do that. So it's not like you do one big gig and then you can just go back and sell out some club or something. It's just not really, it's not like an easy fix, especially these days.
We kind of knew that, didn't we? We kind of was expecting, this isn't like the end of all our problems and where we're trying to get. It's just not like, once you're there, it's, once you're on tour with Maiden, that's the end of it. We all know that when you come back, you've got to do the same thing.
It didn't do us any harm, but it wasn't like just an automatic kick up the, up the ladder, kick up the arse, kick up the ladder, or whatever. But it certainly just gives you a taste of the gigs you want to do, really, and you realise how possible it is. I think that's, if you don't get a taste of it, you almost think those gigs aren't possible to do, innit? But when you do them, you're going, God, we can do this stuff, man. And because we did well on it as well, you think, well, we're good enough for this. Yeah, it just gives you confidence in the band.
Because you've got to remember, people don't know who you are. I mean, at all. I mean, so, you go to somewhere like Poland, and there's 30,000 people, they haven't got a fucking clue who you are. And when you walk off, and you can tell the crowd's liked it, that's a huge buzz.
But it's also funny because apart from the people right at the front that can actually see you, nobody else in the crowd really can see the band that well because it's so huge, and we're not on the screens because the screens are just from Maiden. So if you're coming out afterwards and, like, say, going to the merch, we're used to over here, if you do a gig and you go to the merchandise stall afterwards, people saying hello and they go, hello, we're the Voodoo Six. But in those big gigs you go there and nobody would have a clue who you were. Because the people right at the front, they're not going to be moved.
No, not at all.
Like, they're stuck there. Yeah. So it's like you do this biggest gig of all time, then you just come off and feel completely anonymous. It was just, that was kind of strange.
Trying to sell some t-shirts and they were like, nah.
But so there's always that little things about the bit of realism in with the amazingness of it. And I think that was what's interesting, that you find that is, you're not just off in some dream Disneyland Rockstar ride or something. It's
Disneyland Rockstar ride. I really want that to exist.
I know.
Solo album.
Disney, it's always the real life's always there, isn't it? That's what's kind of funny about it, I think.
I think it's good. I think it keeps you grounded as well, and it stops you. And I think that the real life.
Too much grounding is bad for you.
I'm about sick of that.
Too much character building is weakening after a while, isn't it?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
What doesn't kill you just pisses you off after a while.
No, it was a very privileged position to be in, and it will never be forgotten. Fucking hell, no. It's an unbelievable thing.
It's weird. I realised at the end of May that it had actually been a month since we went away. No, sorry, a year since we went away. It's like, it's been a year. And I realised all the pictures I'd taken, I never even put them up on Facebook yet. I never got around to it. And I spent like a day going through all these photos and posting them all up, and which maybe sounds a bit sad, but it's just like, you just wanted for posterity, even just for yourself, that it's there.
To remind yourself that it actually happened. It's like, this is real.
I was just like going through, and the nostalgia of going through those, just almost like living through the whole trip again. It was incredible. Yeah.
Well, the same sound man's here that was on, so they all have their own little track that they put on before the show, and we arrived and it was the same song that they used to play last year, and it just takes you straight back. So it's just straight,
And like in the next few months or so, I mean, what are you guys up to for the rest of the year?
Well, we do the Winery Dogs 2 gigs, Monday and Tuesday, which is going to be a lot of fun, by invitation of Mike Portnoy himself, so that
is fantastic.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I think it's to say sorry for taking up all the space with his drum kit and the adrenaline builds.
True. Well, we've got that to come again, don't forget.
That's on stage. And then we've got a few things like Legends of Rock, the originals thing with the Black Star Rebels. Black Star Riders?
Black Star Riders?
Who's the Black Rebels?
Black Star Rebels.
Black Star Rebels. I can never remember what they're called. The Thin Lizzy Mob,
Super group coming.
Scott Gorham's band. I call them that. Yeah. We got the Planet Rock stock thing in December. And we've got, there's a few things
Holland
in the pipeline, a few foreign. We are actually, eventually getting back out into Europe in October, so that'll be kind of nice. And just I think there's a few other supports we're talking about, and just maybe start doing a bit of work in the next magnum opus.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to happen, isn't it? We put it off long enough. It's time we.
Time.
Do you think?
Yes. if the last album it's not going to go to number one, is it? So we're just by the time we did another one, isn't it? So
it's the same old loopy loop, isn't it? You go around a year, you do this, you do that, you come back to recording. You know.
Yeah.
Well, brilliant. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat today. I mean, it's been a massive pleasure. I have no doubt that we're going to see you at some point, somewhere very soon as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure where, but
where are you based then?
Manchester based, and so I'm sure that we'll see you soon.
Yes, we do Manchester quite often, don't we?
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
And then the place burnt down, didn't it?
It did. They've built it again. They've rebuilt it.
Really?
Yeah.
In the same place?
Yeah, with the same stairs, I think.
Oh no. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, yes, brilliant.
Yay.
Love that
we're happy. But yeah, thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure. And we'll see you soon.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.
Cheers.